guys, I am going to do a little doodling tutorial with you guys. Some of you have been asking, and I promised I would do it, how I draw like little quirky, funky characters, like little funky folk characters for journaling and pocket letters, all that kind of stuff. So that's what I'm going to show you guys today, and I keep jogging the camera, so I apologise for that. So yeah, really easy. I like to keep them as less is more kind of theory behind them. So yeah, how I draw myself and John and stuff in my Fauxbonichi is kind of like something you guys have been asking for. You know, there's me and where are we? Like John and like other people and things like that. I just like I like to keep it kind of really simple. So that's what we're going to do. I will show you how I draw myself, and then obviously how you see yourself might be totally different. So when I have my hair down, I see myself like this. So, and this is how I draw myself. So I just do a couple of curly waves like that, just like bubbles, really, because I see myself as having like crazy mad hair, and then I kind of like put my face in and a neck in afterwards, and that's my hair done. And then I just use two little black dots for eyes, and then I usually do the cheeks and stuff with paint and put the cheeks in. So that's just kind of how I do myself in my journals. When it comes to John, John's got sideburns, which he hates. He hates it when I give him sideburns. I don't know why, but he has. He used to have really big sideburns. And then I give him spiky hair because he's got spiky hair. And then I put his little face in. Oops. He looks like he's wearing a crown, doesn't he? But yeah. So I give him some spiky hair and some sideburns, and that's just how John looks to me. And he's like, I don't look like that. And I'm like, yeah, you do. And that's just like really quick, kind of simple. And then when I've got my hair up, you know, if I'm having a hair up kind of day, I start with my face first, and I give myself some twiddly bits, and then I put my hair up and then tie it up, and then my hair just like falls down. And that's kind of how I do my hair when it's up in a ponytail. And I find that I'm not very good at drawing things when I'm talking as well on camera sometimes. So let me show you one that's kind of a bit better. So like there. Let's see if I've got any more with my hair up. I tend to draw my hair down more than I do my hair up. So yeah, I'm really struggling to find one with my hair up, because I usually have my hair down when I draw myself. Oh, there's a good one of John. Hang on, where was he? Where was he? There's one of John with his little red cold nose. Oh yeah, I forgot to put glasses on. John wears glasses. I forgot about that. Isn't that bad? Like, I see him all the time. There's my hair up. Isn't that bad? Like, John has glasses and I see him all the time, yet I forgot to draw him with glasses. Oh well. So yeah, so that's how I draw myself for using for putting in my Fauxbonichi, for journaling, for doing Project Life and stuff. Because I've kind of been drawing a picture of myself with a like hello, my name is kind of thing, and I've been kind of doing something like that on my, am I talking about Project Life? On my pocket letters. God, I'm losing the plot. That kind of thing. And yeah, so that's kind of how I draw them. And then some of you guys wanted to know about drawing kind of other characters and things. And I like to keep it really, really simple because I do find less is more, and so sometimes I'll just start with the eyes and I'll literally just do kind of like two curves like that, and then I'll kind of put like an eyeball in, and then I leave like a little you know, little indent where your catch light would be, because the catch light is what brings someone to life. You know, having that little sparkle in their eyes is what brings someone to life and gives them a bit more character. So already you've kind of got, I didn't put enough in there, but already you've kind of got some eyes, and you're starting to see a bit of character. So I'm just putting a bit of white Posca paint pen in there because I didn't leave enough catch light on that one. Yeah, so sometimes, and then I find that I've got something to build on. As you can see, she's already looking left. You know, sometimes I'll just leave it at that, you know, or I may go a little bit further and just kind of put a little bit of a bottom lid in there. You know, sometimes I might kind of think, right, you know, let's put a bit of a nose in like that. It's got quite a big nose. You know, maybe I'll go a bit further and kind of put some lips on her or something like that. You know, these are just like little rough kind of sketches. You know, these aren't like kind of pieces of art. I was always going to say pieces of art there. So we're starting to get like a little face going on. I feel like she could kind of have some glasses. Don't know. What do we think? There we go. So she's got some glasses. Let's give her some. She's a bit of a sassy creature, isn't she? So some archy eyebrows. We'll give her some hair. Give her a little face. That's how I kind of start to build up sometimes on some of my characters, like so. Yeah, so she's kind of gone, you know, she's been built up and built up and built up, and she's kind of gone a bit more detail than like some of the little characters. But let's go again with the eyes. So this time let's just do some eyes. You can draw like little circles in like that if you want to give you some catch lights. Some of them are sad, some of them are happy. Give her a little nose. Should we give her a little mouth? And then we just start to build up, and we've got like, you know, ooh, what happened there? You know, you start to get like a little character developing. And you know, we can always go a bit further, and then you've got some cheeks. Don't ask what's going on with the eyebrows there, because I have no idea. But hey, maybe she's an alien or something. There we go. Maybe she's wearing one of those headbands. There you go. There you go. She's wearing a headband. That's better, isn't it? So that's how I kind of start to develop my characters. Oh my goodness. Give her some crazy hair. Yeah, so she's a crazy creature. It's just fun, you know. You just kind of start with something like, you know, really cool. Just, I don't know, like you just start to, that's how you kind of develop some of your characters, is just by experimenting and seeing what happens. And I don't know, I always start with the eyes. I just find eyes just easy to start with, and I don't always do them like this. And I'm just doing this really quick, guys, because I don't want to make the photo like, you know, sorry, the video like forever. And Okay, so you can see that just by doodling, and I'm doodling in pen. I haven't done any doodles in pencils first and then rubbed them out and then gone over them in pen. You make mistakes, but you've committed to what you've done. Some things you're going to like and some things you're going to hate, and some things you're going to feel indifferent about. But you can see how you can start with something that's quite, you know, something you know, or something quite primitive, and then as you go on, you know, you keep going and you keep finding different characters that appear on your page and such. This is supposed to be a scarf, by the way, but I couldn't quite get it right. I don't know. You know when you're supposed to be sort of, you know when you're like huddled up in a scarf and you're all bunched up and stuff? That's what that was kind of supposed to be, but didn't necessarily go that way. But it's how learning mistakes and stuff and learning to kind of feel how the pen feels around the page is a really good way of learning how things are and how you want them to be, and developing new characters and that. And you know, as I said, some of them you love and some of them you hate, some of them you feel indifferent about, but you know, you kind of get to develop different characters and find what you like, and you'll start your own style of drawing. So lady with a scarf on, I think she's quite cool. I like her. My little sort of serious nerd type of girl, I like her. She's a bit of a, I didn't like her at first, but you know, I think she could go further. We could develop her further. Little festival kind of, or she's got a costume on or something. We could kind of develop that style a bit more. She's a cheeky little lass. I like her. She's got bug eyes though. And I don't really care much for her bug eyes, but whatever. It's just a doodle, and if they're in your journal, you know, that's, you don't have to show anyone. She's okay. She's all right. I think we could take elements of her and develop her further. I drew quite a lot, didn't I? Yeah, don't like her. She's gone. Don't like her. Gone. I like these two. I love this style of drawing there. I really like these two. It's funny how when you're drawing stuff, you kind of, sometimes you feel like, you know, you start to take on, you start to try and do more complicated stuff, but then your own true style and what you like starts to pop back through again. Like with these girls, I absolutely adore these girls. So yeah, my own style kind of jumps back in again, and that's what I like. But then you kind of start to take it back and forth again and start to kind of draw maybe a bit more realism, but still keeping some quirky elements and stuff. You kind of jump back and forwards between the two designs there. It's just how it happens sometimes when you're developing characters and the like. And then to go for something totally different, like a little impish girl. I was looking at something earlier about fairies and stuff, and so she just popped into my head. So there. That's how I kind of develop my characters, slash a little bit of a tutorial for you. So I hope you've kind of found that interesting, and you feel like you can kind of start to experiment with some of your features. And who cares if it's crap? Just throw it away, or just keep it as a development learning tool. You don't have to like everything you draw. I think most artists probably would say that they probably don't like most of the things they do, but they keep going and they develop new characters and stuff pops out and that. So just have fun with it and get experimental. And if you do any and you share them on social media, tag me in so that I can look, because I love to see your what you're creating too. So thanks for watching, guys. Go forth and doodle. Bye.